Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very um good day. Is it? It's like good afternoon. Okay. Like in the first part video just now, I used to like saying to you, I will do the second part because that one is part on the operation management. So in this second subtopic will be go for the concept and the function of human resource management (HRM). Okay, as you know, what means human resource management? Human resource management is actually a part of management process, whereby in management process, as you know, we have POLC, right? Planning, organizing, leading, and also controlling. And plus with the last one is staffing. Okay, I hope you clear my voice here. Okay, so when we're talking about staffing is a part of the human resource management, whereby staffing we will select the right people at the right place at the right position at the right time. We will actually selecting the right people in order to become the good planner, P, and then who is become a good organizer, O, and then who is a become good leader, L, and the last one who become a good controller. Okay, so in here it been stated human resource management is a firm's approach to managing its employees, and this will cover all the aspect related to dealing with people in the workplace, which is includes the tasks of recruiting, organizing, paying, supervising, disciplining, and also monitoring them. So I believe that this one you more basically this is like a common knowledge to everyone, but I will go deeper in order to explain on this. Okay. So there will be like three main concepts or components of human resource management. Number one, acquisition. Okay, been stated here. Acquisition is the part according to the Scapability Weber's and law. We decide to employ or not. Okay, meaning we want to select this candidate to become our employees or not. And then the second one, to undertake the job analysis, meaning to say who is the right person to analyze the job. Okay, so we will do job analysis in terms of the job specification and also job description. Okay, we do have to align. Okay, what is the difference between the JD and JS? And JD is more like the list of duties that when we select the right people at the right place, at the right position, at the right time, they will become our employees. So once they become our employees, they have to know what is their job duties, which is job description. And then whether this person is the right person, okay, whether they have the qualification, they have the experiences, they have the skills, and they have their attitude, proper behavior. So this is what we call the process of job specification. We determine their human requirement, all right? And then the third one, we have the set remuneration and reward structure, which is we will offering them with the proper or the right, okay, as the deserve salary and wages towards them. Okay, and then of course there will be have non-monetary benefits. For example, that we provide insurance, we give annual leave, we do like some like staff car. Okay, we provide them with like what else? Something insurance. Okay, and then panel hospitals. Okay, there is like non-monetary, even though it's slightly involved the monetary, but it's been seen as intangible, which is non-monetary as direct rewards. All right, and then they will choose the recruitment source. Okay, what recruitment source they will use? For example, like maybe you can use like JobStreet, or maybe right nowadays they have like LinkedIn, and then they have like Indeed, okay, manpower.com. They have lots actually, yeah. And sometimes they can use like headhunter agent. Okay, they will look into what is the right people, and then they recommend to the company. And of course they are not doing the work for free. Of course they will been have some like payment commission once we been selected by the company. Okay, and then negotiation negotiate in the employment contracts. Okay, for example, in terms of the salary that been offered to you. Okay, maybe during the interview session they will do some counter offer. Let's say you demand for the high of salary, right? Maybe they want to take you, but they counter offer, they still give like negotiate with you how much the minimum that you can give your price. Okay, it's mean not selling yourself, but how much they can pay for you, at least for the minimum that you set up. They say before this my salary maybe like like 5,500. So if possible that if you want to negotiate with, can you give like at least 500 less, okay, for example. So you give like 5,000 for your salary example. Okay, so and then in term of the employment contract, maybe in term of the leave or maybe another benefits, okay, and maybe the panel hospital insurance provider. So everything can be negotiated on that. And then select employees, so right, so you will select the right people for the right position at the right time and the right place. And then for the maintenance, they undertake the orientation, okay. And then in terms of the introduction, okay, there will be like the process whereby orientation day is like orientation week. So you will be introduced. Who is referring to human resource personnel department will be introduced this newbie of the company and introduce them to the department, of course, to which is department they are reporting to, and then who they will be have the direct superior with them, the colleagues or the teammates, and then they will provide the training, of course, the training to the particular person, okay, who are new to the company. Of course, they need much more training that can be equivalent to the job that they've been given. And then conduct regular appraisal. Of course, most probably when the newbie entering the company, there will be appraise. Okay, there will be like a probation period. Okay, probation period meaning the process whereby they want to see your performance. Okay, there is like testing duration, right? Okay, if you can perform well during the probation period, maybe from the contract staff, maybe they will they're not demoted, but they call as like promoted you to become like permanent staff. So there will be like regular appraisal on that, or maybe they will be recommend for maybe to continue the contract. So maybe the contract like us, like before this, like me, I'm starting in IIC with like a part time. Okay, so after the 6 month, after they see the performance well, they go with the contract, and the contract is based on contract per semester. After that, after contract per semester, we go with the contract per year. So it takes around 3 years also almost in order to get the full time for the permanent position at IIC, because yeah, of course they will have the regular appraisal on that. Okay, and then termination is offer voluntary terminations. Let's say like VSS, okay, voluntary separation scheme. Like this is nowadays what been happen due to the pandemic, right? Many company offering VSS because they cannot afford to pay anymore to the staff due to the financial state of the company and crisis to the company. So that's why they have to let the employees to left, but they compensate them. And also they enforce the dismissal. Enforce meaning to say they welcoming, not welcoming, they encouraging, okay, the staff to to let go the company if you have the better opportunity out there. All right, and then we're moving to the next one, to employ or not. So this is decided by the company itself, okay, whether they want to employ, whether they don't want to employ. All right, so this will depend on the growth goal for the firm. Okay, so if the firm need something like urgency, okay, as you can see nowadays, right, airline industry, oil and gas industry, actually many, if you, I can say to you all, many actually industry that affected by this pandemic COVID-19, but how well actually they need the staff, right? How well that they're able to sustain the staff. Okay, so number one is growth goal for the firm. So if the firm is go for the growing, okay, for the growth, of course they need to employ the staff. Okay, they need to select, they need to recruit new recruitment for the staff. And the second one, there will be like personal issue for the owner or entrepreneur. Okay, so uh how to say that, sometimes the owner entrepreneur, they don't want, okay, they have some personal issue with the particular staff, okay, or maybe they have personal issue their own, okay, maybe they want to have stick with themselves when they are new to the company, new existent, or maybe small company, they want to be, they still, sorry, they still have to have the new start. So in order to employ many workers is maybe not the rational decision to be done during that particular time, okay, like this time, right? And then marketing issue, so this is also because sometimes when you market, okay, you do like advertising, right? So you always mentioning that the salary offer blah blah blah, but this one is actually like you want to click buy, okay, the candidates out there in order to apply for that position of the job. After all, when the particular candidate asking during interview, they asking whether this salary is been given, blah 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 blah, and then they said that one is only just for the marketing purpose. Okay, that is marketing issue. So it's something like fraudulent actually. It's like fraudulent because you are not um really, you are not really concerned for those people that really need the job. And of course, for the marketing issue in here also, sometimes the marketing department need more, right? Need more on their staff, especially agents and also marketing personnel. So without doing the thorough analysis, within doing meticulous recruitment and personal hiring, so what happened? They easily mistaken taking anybody. Okay, sometimes not meet requirement for the hiring, and then impact on the firm operation and facilities. Okay, when of course when you recruit the new thing, new sorry, not new thing, new members, new family to the company, so new members of the family, so you have to know whether the company able to cope with the person or the members, new members that really sound like, okay, this is a big company, but you really can cope with all the facilities, okay? Somehow you just keep recruit them. After all, there is no chairs, there is no table, there is no computer for them to do the work. So it's like victimize them, right, indirectly. And financial capacity of the venture, of course, in terms of the company itself, in terms that sustainability, whether you are stable enough to employ your new staff. And then the alternative to employment, maybe instead to have like a full-time hiring, right, staff, maybe you can go for like contract or part-time staff first, okay, in order to have like a starter. Okay, and then we moving to the next one. So this is a simple hierarchical organization structure chart. So they have like a different of department here, and this is the owner, J. Mendelson, owner, marketing managers, finance managers, and managers. Let's say to do your group assignment, there will be like to ask you to like, how to say, like critiques on how the organization chart of the particular company, right? Maybe you can see maybe the company should be differentiate, okay, according to their department. So you can see in here they have marketing managers, finance manager, and also sales manager. This is simple thing. Okay, all right, so we're moving to the job analysis. Okay, so what is job analysis? Job analysis is the process of determining the duties and skill requirement of the job and the sort of person who might fit these demands. Okay, so meaning to say in here, when I say job analysis, we have JD, job description, and also we have job specification. And how it align, you can see that the list of duties, the JD, whether it can be there, okay, it can be whether the right person, KSA, knowledge, skill, abilities, and attitude of that person that we choose as selected as our staff will be bad to the job responsibilities, to the job duties. So this is how the process job analysis have to meet itself. Okay, and then we're moving to the next one in terms of remuneration and rewards. We are talking about how much you're able to pay for this particular of staff, and of course wages and also salary will be different usually structured as a wage or salary. Wage remuneration system where employees are paid as a set of hourly rate. So like me before when I starting in IIC started as a part-time lecturer, I've been paid as hourly rate. So based on hour. Okay. And for the salary, of course, it's based on monthly. Okay. So remuneration in which employees receive a fixed total pay package regardless of the hours work. So let's say 8 to 5 and then you are working from Monday to Friday. So monthly your salary will pay on the salary. Alright. So recruitment sources. Okay. So potential employees can be drawn from the number of places being stated here. So number one, due to advertisement in newspapers and website. So I believe like advertisement in the Star, every Saturday or Sunday they have a very huge of the advertisement still have, but the newspaper on Saturday or Sunday is 2 ringgit price if I'm not mistaken, if it's not increased until now, right? And the website you can find out like from Job Street, okay, or any just type from any the agency or website to get the job, okay, like Google Job Street, okay, and then you do have like Manpower, okay, Indeed, okay, what else? Actually have many LinkedIn, and then an unsolicited approaches, okay, maybe in terms of doing some giving some like agent, that also can be. And then also we have like headhunter, that is also unsolicited approaches. Government employment agency, so we do have like SPA 9 right now, SPA 9, that is for the government working sectors position. And then also the competitors, okay, let's say you are working in industry of technology, so you can go to any competitors that in technologies industry too. Okay. Friends and family, they will introduce you. Okay. Sometimes this is my like more I'm not saying more accurate, but in term of the flexibility is much more higher because you have actually have some like slightly know, okay, the background of that person, and then they based on their what we can say perspective towards you, and then if you approach them maybe they recognize on you on that. So you can skip in term of the interview session part actually, okay. But people said it's like using like cable and network in the human resource. Sometimes you may need it, and then educational and special interest organization. Sometimes in during my study time we do have like Kyrex, career expo, which is at final year. Many companies will come and recruiting, they're not recruiting but they do something like walk-in interview. So the final year student will drop their resume or CVs, and then they will do something like interview session with the potential candidate, mostly like banking sectors. I remember one upon the time like HSBC and Hong Leong Bank, okay, they do come in your ITM, they open up their booth and then they recruit, okay, this final year student with the CGPA 3.75 above, okay. And then of course they have special interest organization who are interested to actually to recruit you from university, and then recruitment agency. You just type recruitment agencies, they have many in the website, as long as you have to be careful not to have the fraudulent agency. All right. And then wow, why I should go here, okay. um yes, okay. We go with the next one, the employment contract, okay. There are a numbers of different ways in which this employment relationship can be constructed, of course. Number one, in terms of the industrial awards, standard minimum conditions of the employment in the particular industry. So meaning to say, industrial awards meaning to say the condition of employment. Sometimes they put certain of standard, okay. Like in banking sector, this is they have the standard. Maybe somehow they need some their employees to be fulfilled in ACCA, for example. And then individual written contracts negotiated directly between the firm and employees. So you might negotiate in terms of the salary, in terms of the benefits that been offered by the company towards you, okay? Or maybe you want to claim a certain that experiences that maybe you have to be deserve to get a better payment. And then informal contracts unwritten can create a problem if the dispute occurs. So hook by crook must have the written contracts to ensure that any future must not backfire you. Okay. So we don't want any unpredictable, okay, occurrence could happen and then it backfire you. So if they say I do OT overtime lah, but I'm not being paid, but where is the proof? Because there is no written contracts. Okay, and then maintenance. Once the suitable employees have been found, he or she must be kept retained and encouraged to work as the effectively as possible. It's not easy to select and recruit, but it's not easy to retain. Okay, the potential employees, because the potential employees mostly they have been um how to say have been harmed by the another companies too. Okay, and then this function cover four mechanism in terms of the orientation and inductions. So we do have the orientation day, induction day to in order to make sure that the newbie of the employees is being introduced well, and then of course to make them familiarized, okay, familiar with the conditions of the company, the department, who the people who are working with for, okay, and then the motivation mechanism, of course, how to motivate them. Of course, not just like monetary aspect, but non-monetary too, in terms of the facilities and benefits. And then like a training, okay, of course, how many hours per year that they have to equip, okay, with their training. And the last one, we have the performance appraisal. Of course, we do need this performance appraisal to ensure whether this newbie employee is able to cope with our organizational vision and mission, and also the organizational objective, and to make sure that they are not left behind. And of course, when things that not get right, okay, not meet the requirement standard performance, we have to improvise them, sending for the training, and of course we need to motivate them. All right, and then we moving to the orientation and induction. Introduce the new employee to existing staff, the key client and supplier if appropriate, of course, because you will be in charge on the particular processes, current work system and operating processes, rules and procedure. This is most important. Okay, and in terms of the motivation mechanism, they do have a numbers of way an employer can ensure that their employees are willing to achieve business goal, including satisfactory pay, the flexible hours, the inclusion in decision making, and then providing them with the opportunities to buy the shares, equity in the enterprise, and of course ensuring reward system match the individual needs. So for example, opportunity to buy share equity, example like ESOP, employee stock option plan, which is giving the rights of employees to buy share. In Japan, this is what the company most probably practices, because that's why employees from Japanese employees mostly they are working hard. Okay, they are very hard working because they know the portion of their hard working actually a part of them belong to them. Alright, and then we're moving to the next one. In terms of the inclusion in decision making, maybe giving something opportunity and chance to the employees to make decision too, not only just based on autocratic decision making, but we can actually improvise by encouraging participative or delegation style, okay, delegative style leadership, providing them with opportunity to buy share equity in the enterprise, I told just now, and also ensuring reward system match individual needs. So you have to do something like matchmaking in here. All right, so the motivational mechanism, also some common training areas must be included in terms of generic management skills. So in terms of general knowledge, for example leadership, okay, in term to become how to become a good planner, good leader, okay, and then customer service skill, or how to approach the customer, how to convince customer, how to make them calm down when you want to dealing with the complaints, okay, and then use of the existing or new technology, for example like a laptop, okay, or new software, like human resource personnel they have to what like I remember my last week students who are doing their internship, right? They have like human resource to you system, HR to you. So they have Hermes, okay, human resource management information system. So you know what to do, okay, with that kind of system, and you've been trained well, not just okay, you just learning yourself. Okay, and then production processes, okay, and the business planning, you know where the company will go in 5 years from now, okay, so they will have the planning, proper planning, refresher courses meaning how to make sure that you upgrade and you are still in very up to date competency employees. We have the current business process knowledge, and then quality system, you know what is the best in term to make sure that your work is meet the requirement quality standard, and how to make sure that the work can be improvised regularly. And then in terms of the environmental health and safety issue, so for example you've been facilitate with like a good condition working environment, ergonomic chairs, ergonomic table, ergonomic laptop, ergonomic monitor, so everything is about ergonomic, right? So this is the concern of the motivational mechanism. And then the performance appraisal, we look into how to evaluate the performance of individual, which is very important because we want to know whether the right candidates that we selected is really good enough to perform, okay, and the employers needs to know if the new recruits are achieving what they set out to do for the firm. And then some of many appraisal mechanism which exist include interviews, okay, including management by objective. So MBO, they call MBO here, and also interview. So of course appraisal is one to one with the supervisor and HOD, head of department. And then of course we need something like appraisal interview to be have revised back by giving comments to the employees, the staff, that what should they actually improvise, not condemning, not saying them stupid, because that is wrong. When we do appraisal, meaning not condemning time. Appraisal is for improvisation time. Alright, and then we moving to the next one. For us still in performance appraisal, there will be a rating scale, okay, which is good, bad, or lower, less, weak, okay, and maybe super performer or underperformer, okay. On the job assessment, meaning OJT, on the job training, they are doing directly the job. So we assess them based on what they did during the job, routine job they will do every day. And stakeholder feedback, of course, there will be like a vested interest who are interested towards these employees and workers, right? So they also maybe take a part in order to give a feedback towards the employees. Then okay, then we can see that whether the employees can follow, okay, the procedure of the company. And of course the external feedback, okay, not only just maybe like external auditor, okay, that we can give like comments, okay, towards how to improvise the employees better, okay. And owner or entrepreneurs assessment, okay, the entrepreneur itself will be give like comments towards that, okay. And then mashallah, they keep on like they don't want, when I use this one I have to use this. Okay, and then what else in terms of determination? Okay, what's mean termination? Meaning to say there is the process to left the company, right? Not only just WhatsApp group also have left, but left person, but we do also have like employees we left, all right? When the time is coming, there is the way that they need to say bye bye to the company, right? Maybe they work for long term, maybe 10 years, 15 years, but at the same time, what to do because they have to grab the opportunity, they have to go. And termination occurs when the employee departs from the firm There will be like voluntary termination occurs when employee leave of their own free will. For example, retirement, or yeah, we cannot avoid this one. When the time come, the age is already exceed the limit, almost limit time, so we have to say bye bye and retire, and change of the career for the better improvement. So yeah, that will call termination. And then enforced dismissal. This is what meaning to say you've been forced to quit or to left the company. Employees may be dismissed for many reasons, including firms no longer being able to afford their services. So this is what I call VSS just now. So you are being asked to voluntarily resign from the company, no longer a demand for the task which they perform. So sometimes, because example I give like newspaper just now, right, and STP, no more demand towards newspaper. So what to do? They have to shut down the company. Okay. And organizational restructure, meaning to say in terms of there will be like shifting, okay, or shuffle in the organization. They do some changes, okay. Sometimes they do many times on this because to make sure that everybody have their career improvement and development. And then in terms of the history of the poor work performance, so basically this is we can see the blame is on the employees itself. So when they have a very poor work performance, we have to, number one, we have to go and analyze back whether this is come from the company or the individual worker itself. Sometimes if the company is not back facilitate them with the proper training, it can be, or maybe the company also do not facilitate them with the proper knowledge or maybe facilities, or in other side angle perspective, maybe the workers itself is they have a lack of individual growth. Okay, they don't want to learn. They just very comfort with what style and what routine they did, and they want to learn the new things, so they are reluctant to change. So there will be effect to the poor work performance. Alright, and then the last one, broken the law or employment contract. The broken or the employment contract can be breached once, let's say, you are not around 2 consecutive days, you are not coming to work, and there is no something like news or any heard about you, you are not coming to work, you are not even go to clinic, you are not go even to hospital, when they go to the house you are not, also not there, so you are just MIA, missing in action. So they have the rights also to terminate you due to that, because you are not reporting to your immediate superior saying that you are on sick leave or emergency leave, and you just all sudden miss in action. Okay, all right, so automatically you are broken the law, or maybe you are consecutively not attend to the work. Sorry, you are latecomers. That also, but mostly latecomers, absenteeism, they will potentially give some like reprimand you, like the giving warning before they move to the next step. Alright, and then we're moving to the next one, the government and regulatory requirements. Employers often have to meet a wide range of the legal obligation when taking on staff. So number one, in terms of comply with the occupational safety and health and safety rules, of course. When you employ them, you have to facilitate them with these OSH rules, and then take out the workers' compensation insurance. You must give sometime in the group insurance of the company. Comply with the tax office rules. This is much more important because the company have to pay for the company or business tax. And then ensure equal employment opportunity, EEO, which is in Malaysia. We do not have the problem on this. Okay, but in American Western state country, they do have, because before this, they have the something like, like uh, issue on the racist. Okay, like black people is not allowed to work in the company. Okay, so they have to make sure they have the equal employment opportunity, so everybody have the rights to work and get the job and contribute to the retirement. Like Malaysia, we do have like EPF. Okay, we do have SOCSO. Okay, EPF is Employment Provident Fund for those who to keep their money. This is obligationary fund, which is deducted. Before this is 11%. Nowadays is 9%. 2021. And then the pension and superannuation fund. So this is like, of course, for the retirement they do have pensions. Pensions is for the government servant. And keep the satisfactory records, meaning to say, they have to make sure the records being kept, especially the employees. And then the differences in the employment practices between the small and large firms. Compared to large organization, mostly small firms. So this is all the indicator for the small firms. They used to have more informal HRM methods, so they are less rules. They are concentrate more HRM decision in the hands of the owner manager. So mostly the admin task, the HRM task is goes with the owner's room. And be less likely to have unionized workforce. They don't have union because it's more company and more less. Okay, and they not have the right actually to form the union even because they have a very few members, and be more likely to employ family members because it's easy to manage your own family members. But sometimes I'm not agree with this. Manage family members is more difficult, and once they feel they have difficulties with you, they totally just left you there. Okay, and then be more likely to employ part-time staff. This is true indeed, because part-time staff we don't have a very much commitment compared to contract staff and also full-time staff, and suffer from difficulty in attracting suitable job candidates. This is true because most probably you are hiring for part-time, and then part-time mostly they have less benefits compared to contract and full-time staff. And in order to make them retain with you is a very difficult too, because the facilities is quite few and not attractable. Okay, and then yeah, any question? Okay, if you do have any question, you can just text in the group WhatsApp. Okay, and then you can ask for it. And this is they used to have like innovation value regarding client and Rosenberg chain link model, and they have video, but I'm not go over it. Okay, so just reminder, please everybody, work out on your group assignment. Make sure that you can submit it by this 11 February, inshallah. Okay, all right, thank you so much for listening up to my video lecture today. I hope that you can get some beneficial from my video, and yeah, take care yourself, and yeah, I will see you soon for topic 11 and 12, inshallah. Okay, bye bye. Bye bye, everyone.